All right, guys, it's the Genius, and I'm making my first video in a while, and I'm going to explain a little bit why, and then I'm going to make some announcements, and then I'm going to wrap it up by explaining why I decided to change my alias. So anyways, the reasons for the hiatus is because I listened to one of Jason Savage's speech, and Jason Savage, if you don't know who he is, he's was introduced into the community at the 21 convention. I saw an earlier video of him back in 2009. I just saw it recently. I didn't see it back in 2009. I wish I had. But the first video that I actually saw of him was in, was actually a couple of months ago. And the video was of him giving a speech in 2010, I believe, in Stockholm, Sweden at the 21 convention. So basically, this speech, I would have to say, was a landmark speech in the sense that it really turned upside down the whole teaching and the whole theory of pickup in the conventional sense. As many of us know, the community has been around for a number of years now, primarily since the early 2000s. And Jason Savage, he doesn't even like to use the word pickup. As a matter of fact, he differentiates himself between pickup and seduction. And after listening to his speech many times, I chosen to adopt that as well. Not that pickup is not a way to interact with women, but to me, seduction and the way Jason Savage teaches it is more in line with how I think and more in line of how I believe an interaction should be, and it more or less fits my personality. So when I think about what he says, in that it doesn't take confidence to approach a girl, rather it takes courage, that was one of the biggest eye-openers for me as far as game is concerned, because I was always trying to fool myself into thinking that I had confidence to approach any girl that I want. I would approach a lot of different girls, especially certain situations. It wouldn't take much for me to approach a girl, but to approach a girl anywhere, anytime, or any situation, that to me seemed like it would require true confidence, and something that I never thought I would be able to obtain, and I still don't think I could obtain it in the quote-unquote pickup sense. So, like Savage says, courage, which means basically you take action anyways. That to me fits more in line with my thinking and my personality. So that's just one example of some of the things that Jason Savage had talked about in his speech. The sense that I got out of the whole speech was that it's better to be your true self and be authentic when you approach and you interact with women, and that in of itself would relieve you of this just voice in your head that makes you think of all the excuses of why you shouldn't approach. And basically, if you have the confidence to do routines and pickup lines and that sort of thing, that would take, in my opinion, a long time to master. And with my skill set, it just never felt congruent, even though I've tried to master a lot of routines and pickup lines, and some of it I could do, and some of it worked, but it just, looking back on it, just still did not feel right. And I really love how Jason Savage talks about how you should just be humble and have the courage anyways to take action. So, and there's going to be tons more of how I'm going to talk about this new philosophy that Jason Savage is talking about. And basically, from here on out, anything that I do as far as game is concerned will be based on this new philosophy that I learned from Jason Savage. So that's one of the announcements I'm going to get into a little later. But I believe that seduction is what I need to call what it is that I'm trying to learn. No longer pickup. It's fine that other people can call me a pickup artist or what have you. That's their choice. But to me, I would rather be called a romance artist, a lover of women, and someone who appreciates women, and someone who wants to interact with as many beautiful women as possible. So pickup, it just sounds too cheesy to kind of mix in with that new way of thinking. So Jason Savage, in his speech, if you haven't had a chance to look at it, it's posted on YouTube under the 21 Convention YouTube channel, and I highly recommend that you check that speech out. I think many people in the community have checked it out and starting to come to the same realizations and conclusions that I am and many others are coming to. And this could be the one speech that might change everything as far as the community is concerned. Already I'm noticing that people in the community are not using the word pickup anymore. They're using more or less seduction and romance and that sort of thing. So after, again, listening to Jason Savage's speech for so many times, and I still literally almost watch his speech once a day, if not 2 or 3 times, I noticed that he, one of those times I noticed that he mentioned his mentor, or the person he learned seduction from, and that was Zan Perion. And so I quickly tried to find out who he was, and it did bring back some memories of him when the community first started, and I believe David D'Angelo, when he came out with his DVD set, Zan Perion was either on that DVD set, or he gave a speech or something like that. And but then he was only in that for a brief time, and really never was part of the community as much as some of the other big names that people know. So, and that's actually a good thing, because now that I've stumbled on his work and his teachings, I realize that this is probably the person I should have been studying all along anyways. I went ahead and purchased his DVD set, and they're amazing. They already are getting me to do things that I would never have done, even though I have bought tons and tons of different audio books and DVD products and other types of things from other people in the community that consider themselves experts or dating gurus. It's funny how nowadays nobody wants to call himself a dating guru or a pickup artist. But anyways, after purchasing a lot of products and downloading a lot of audiobooks and that sort of thing, none of them has provided me with a mature level of teaching that fits someone my age and someone who wants to learn seduction more than just pickups and routines and that sort of thing. So Zanparion, I think from here on out will be the man, at least for me, to watch and pay attention to. So with that being said, this is one of the reasons why I stopped making videos for a while, because at first I was going to be an approach machine and just go out there and try to show videos of me approaching women and that sort of thing. And now that's going to change a little bit in light of this new information. And the website is going to be totally thought out, or that's not a word, I guess. What I'm doing is I'm going back to the drawing board and designing my website, which is actiontakers.com. And I'm going to get into another announcement that pertains to actiontakers.com, but this is one of the reasons why I stopped making videos for a while, because I was literally stopped in my tracks when I came across Jason Savage and Zanparion, and it really made me think twice about what it is that, or at least the strategy that I was trying to implement in learning game. And so now I feel like I need to go back to the drawing board, and I've got some really cool ideas now that I think are more incongruent or more congruent with this new line of information from Zanparion and Jason Savage. So that's the reason for that. Now, going into rethinking Action Takers, the website, I'm glad I did choose the name Action Takers, because I didn't choose something like pickup or anything like that. And in light of this new information, I would have probably had to change the domain name of the website. But now with Action Takers, it's still important that even if you're learning seduction, that you take action. And so this will be a website that I'm planning on building in order to inspire others to take action. And basically that means that all the content on that website will be totally free. It'll be more or less a forum and a newsletter and posted YouTube videos, and basically different ways that me personally, I'm taking action, whether it's in the gym or my diet or meeting and interacting with women. That is what actiontakers.com is going to be about. So since it is going to be free, there will be some homemade commercials to advertise and promote products that don't necessarily relate to a game or seduction, but the business model for me going forward is that the whole seduction community is now a bona fide interest that draws untold number of people, and that audience would just witness advertisement like any other demographic. And so the products that I want to advertise, promote, will be not necessarily related to seduction or game, but could actually be advertisers from other people or other folks in the community. But the content is going to be free entirely. And the only membership requirements might be something where there's an exclusive product or event or something like that. But at this point, I don't even know what that could be. So for right now, the website is just going to be totally free. All the content on there is going to be free. Also on the website, there's going to be audio journals, and those audio journals will record my voice and my interactions with different women that I come across and that I find attractive. And so that way the conversations and the interactions can inspire others to see how someone like me can actually interact with a woman from start to finish. And there will also be video journals that will be, of course, at my discretion. Some of the YouTube pickup videos that you see are and not to be mean or talk about some of the other folks in the community, but some of the videos are more or less emphasizing practical jokes on women and really not taking seduction serious. And that might be fun and all for someone a lot younger than me, but for someone my age or someone at my maturity level, my videos of interactions with women will be a lot more serious and a lot more selective. And because I just don't plan on interacting with these women one time and that's it, but some of these women I want to have an ongoing relationship with. And so for that, I would need their permission in order to constantly show their face in these videos. So, but again, those types of materials and content will be on the website for free, and unless at some future point it requires a change in that. So that's all I have to say about rethinkingactiontakers.com. Now, as far as the announcements that I have several announcements that I want to make. I'm going to review, as you know, I do reviews of various products in the pickup community, and now I just call it the community. One of the reviews that I'm going to do for you guys is Simple Pickup. Not only did I subscribe to Simple Pickup, their website, but I also did their online boot camp workshop called Project 30, and I'm going to do a review of both of those products, so be on the lookout for that. So as you know, I'm going to review as much as I can, and but now that I'm in this new understanding of seduction, there will probably not be too many more products I will review unless I've already reviewed them, or not, unless I haven't reviewed them already, and there's some that I've already purchased. So so basically I will review Simple Pickup and Project 30, and that will be coming up soon. So the other announcement I have is a pretty big one. Today I went ahead and registered for another domain name that's going to host or be the name of a sister website to actiontakers.com, and this is going to be called the SNN website, or seductionnewsnetwork.com, and basically like a news channel, cable news channel like CNN. This channel will be, of course, online, and we'll have live video streaming for members. It will be a paid website, or at least some parts of it will require membership, and this website will literally be like a regular broadcast television station, but on the internet, that just deals with pickup, or not pickup, I'm sorry, seduction. And so that means that it's going to have interviews of both men and women when it pertains to seduction, and there's also going to be news and commentary about different figures and icons in the quote-unquote community. There's going to be an occasional movie and other features. If some of you didn't know, I went to film school, and I still possess a great deal of film equipment, and I'm going to be writing scripts for some movies that I myself will produce, and organize a crew to help me shoot and produce these movies. And basically, like Hollywood has their movies of all different types of genres, these movies will basically stick to the genre of seduction. So so this channel that I'm creating, seductionnewsnetwork.com, will actually be the first channel, I believe, that will feature movies, not just my own, but hopefully others as well in the future, movies and films that really show how seduction is, and or really base themselves on the theme of seduction. So that's one of the things that will be on this network. Also, I'm going to have women review romantic movies and romantic novels. So that's one of the things that will be on this website and on this network. I want my website, both websites, not just be so focused on men, but to also have content for women so that men and women can go to the site and get something out of it. I think one of the limitations in the so-called pickup community is that because it was so focused on men and men's ability to pick up women, very few women actually found themselves interested in something like that. Whereas seduction is a little bit more broad in the sense that both men and women would be drawn to it, and so therefore, in my opinion, the content on these websites should invite both men and women, because they both will like something on these websites. So that's what's going to be on the SNN network, or seductionnewsnetwork.com. And finally, as you know, I call myself Genius, and that was a name that I given myself, or an alias I given myself back in high school. I kind of called myself that since I was really good at math, and I was always a nerd and in the chess club, and I played in the band and that sort of thing. And as you can see, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I got in JJ We Trust. He's going to produce and direct the next Star Wars. And so I always considered myself a nerd, and the best way to call yourself a nerd is to say you're a genius. So I always use that as my alias. But I think now I'm past that, and now that I'm learning seduction, I want to take a more humble approach when it comes to interacting with women. So from now on, I will change my alias and call myself Gene L'Amour. And the reason why I want to call myself Gene L'Amour, which will take me some time to get used to, is because I love hot women in low-rise, tight-fitting jeans. And the last name L'Amour, of course, is a French derivative of to love, or is loved, and that to me fits more of who I am and what I aim to be, and it's also close to my middle name. So anyways, that is all the announcements I have for this evening. From here on out, I'll be producing more videos like this, and also videos of me interacting with women for the two websites. And basically, I just want to say that stay tuned. I know it's been a while since I made a lot of videos, and I do take responsibility for that. But I think, as you can see here, I have very good reason. And this is basically a new launch pad for a whole new universe to come. So until next time, this is Gene L'Amour saying, take action.